Vk3zig.
Yeah, no worries, Tom. That's good. Yeah, good to play a bit of radio. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Big yawn. Yeah, I'm heading down to pick up some batteries, so like some off-grid batteries. So yeah, I'll be on the road for a little bit yet. Just got to make a stop and then off we go. But yeah, it's a bit windier than it was this morning. And apart from that, everything's good. Got my bit of concreting done. So yeah, still a bit more to do, but I'll wait for this lot to dry and get everything set up, and then I'll do the final, probably do the final amount tomorrow. And brickwork. Yeah, what's the plan for the Tom? No big raving parties or anything, obviously.
Yeah, Vk3zig, Vk3zig. I don't think parties will be legal for some time, unfortunately, because of all the stuff which is happening. But yeah, I understand what you mean, George. Yeah. What's been happening with me, mate? Oh, you know, I've been doing a bit of school stuff, playing a bit of radio, and yeah, tried some 2 metre sideband. Nobody was about, so and I went up, and I also tried some 40 metres, but that was pretty much dead. So I thought, I'll come up here, see who's floating about. Vk3zig, Vk3zig.
Yeah, okay, good stuff. Yeah, I don't have 2 metre sideband in the vehicle. In fact, I don't really. Yeah, I've got it at home actually. I've got it on the FT817. But yeah, I haven't really used it very often. I wanted to have 2 metre sideband in the car, but yeah, it's, I don't know. It's sort of hard to. Well, I guess if you buy a shack in the box, you're alright, but I sort of bought. I already had 2 and 70 in the car, FM, and then I bought a HF and 6 because I wanted 6. So I've technically got 2 HF radios in the car. So I've got HF, 2 radios with HF in the car, one with 6 and one with 2 and 70, but it doesn't have sideband. So yeah, maybe I should just get rid of them all and put one shack in the box in the vehicle. Might be a bit easier. Anyway. Yeah, so I haven't used it much. I know there is some sideband nets. I am planning on using 2 metre sideband. Yeah, I quite enjoy 6 on sideband. That seems to work really well. Used it a fair bit. Not for a little while, but I was using it a lot. But unfortunately, the F calls can't use 6 metres, I don't think, unless they've changed it. Back over to you, Tom.
Yeah, Vk3zig, Vk3ft. No, but we can use 10, and 10's a lot of fun when it's open. 10 is a lot of fun when it's open. But yeah, so we can use 10, and I have operated 10. But no, the only time I've ever used 6 was under the supervision of somebody who was a full call, and yeah, we had a bit of fun. But that was several years ago, and I had the supervision of somebody who was a full call. So, as you're aware, if you're under the supervision of somebody with a high grade license, you can use it. But yeah. Yeah, no, never done 6. Well, apart from that one time with the person who was qualified to do so. But in terms of other bands, I've 2 sidebands good. It's you certainly notice the difference between it and FM when it comes to DX, if you can really call any signal on 2 motors DX. Back to you.
Yeah, sideband definitely makes a difference. Yeah, no doubt about that. Like you said, especially if you're going a bit of a distance. Yeah, now I was going to say something else about 6 metres, but it doesn't matter. I've forgotten about it. Well, we have to keep studying, Tom. We have to keep study. I mean, the F-call gets so much anyway, though. Maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. I know when I've got my limited novelty thing, I think we only had a couple of bands we could use. 2 metres, and there was nothing. We couldn't use anything in HF. It was just 2 and 70 maybe, and something else. I don't know. Oh, that's right, 10 metres. Yeah, well, 10 metres. I think there's. I'll sort of monitor 11 a fair bit. That gives you a bit of an indication what's going on with 10. And it's obviously a bit more active. And yeah, there was definitely a fair bit of noise before on 11, so yeah, I suspect 10 will be opening. It's sort of the weather for it, and there was an opening on 2 the other night. A few nights ago we were chatting, and one of the Vk3s came up onto this repeater. It was like 8:30 at night, you know, like well and truly dark. That was a bit strange. I hadn't really worked much inversion after the sun went down before, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Vk3 FTOM returning. Yeah, another indicator is to look at Whisper reports. Whisper is a weak signal propagation reporter, and here, if you look at the reports on the whisper.net, that's not a good way to know when the band's open. And run downstairs and put a couple of calls out on 28 490. But yeah, I do understand what you mean, and I have worked. I have also when it comes to 2 motors. Sideband, I also do the same trick when looking for inversion. I look at Whisper, and if they're a really strong signal, stronger than usual, I take that as the call to jump on the radio and start calling CQ. Vk3 ZIG, Vk3 FTO.
Yeah, no worries, Tom. Yeah, well, it's a bit hard in the car with Whisper. Well, I guess you could chuck off the mobile. But yeah, it's easy just to hear it. Yeah, and you don't have to repeat your call song constantly, Tom. You know, it's I don't know what it is, every 10 minutes or something like that. I don't think anyone's gonna be too stressed about it. Yeah, I think if you're on this repeater, most people know who you are just by your voice.